All right, this is gonna be real quick. I just want to say something real quick. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can. Oh, there we go. Okay. Um, a show of harassment. I keep hearing about a show. A show. This is his show. What is your show? Your show is nothing but harassing people, Jay Wilson, and talking about the poor, talking about those who are going through economic struggles, those who are going through those who have disabilities, those who are going and grieving of other their loved ones' death, even though it may not seem they are or whatever. And you a chaplain, and you talking about people that making fun of people's or using people's dead relatives to come at them in various forms and ways. And then you're going to talk about the poor and those who may not have it like you have it. But I'm gonna say you keep comparing yourself to people. I don't see you comparing yourself to people who are on the same level as you. You always coming against those who are going through hard times. And the crazy part about it is you're not going at those your same age who've been on this earth as much as you have or as long as you have. Okay, yeah, you'll go after a Tim Blaine. But what about all the others? What's up, Nessa? What about all the others? Why you keep going at people who are still maybe have a shortage of life knowledge than you? You talking about you got this, you talking about you got that. You supposed to have this, you supposed to have that. You've been on the earth 30 years more than those you're talking about. And you keep bragging about what you got, where you been, what you did. A lot of what you seen has been through your airline or whatever the airline you used to work for. It wasn't on your own accord. It wasn't like you was some highfalutin executive who was, got it like that. You did it because you were an air waitress or air waiter. And then you keep messing with Brian. You don't know his mental stability. You don't know that what you said about his sister that just passed away may cause him to trigger or do something to harm himself. You playing with people who have documented mental issues for your so-called show, which to me has turned out to be just a show of internet harassment and bullying. There's nothing comical about making fun of people and making fun of people weight and how they can't do this and how they do what they do with their job. You don't do you what you see. You why don't you come on and tell stories about stuff that's happened in your past? It's you gonna watch. You gonna sit up here and you gonna say something and you're gonna provoke one of these people on this internet to do something or do harm, and you're gonna be held responsible. And you keep playing with God. You keep saying all this stuff that, oh, you got and they got. You know God could take that shit away from you in a minute. You know he could take that away from you with the snap of a finger. How you sit and say, oh, Brian ain't got no friends. You about to have no friends too. You see nobody ain't willing to put a ring on your finger and claim you publicly. And you 55 years old. Ain't nobody sit up here. You can't say ever. You ain't never showed a picture of you ever booed up with nobody ever. Ever. Even when people show pictures in memory lane, you may show that high school prom picture, but you tell that picture, that lady didn't want to be with you. You can't never show a picture you ever anybody loving you. And that's the sad part about the whole situation. Who has ever loved you, Jay Wilson? I'm curious to know. You got a trip plan with the person you say you in love with rather go to work. Hmm. Hmm. And with your cheap ass, instead of say, okay, well, we'll stay at home together, you say, oh no, I ain't gonna miss that money on that trip. I ain't spend that money on that. But all I come to say, y'all, this is short live. God could take it easy to all the stuff you brag about, all the people you think that are beneath you, intellectually, economically, emotionally. He can flip the script and have those people be above you in a minute. He can touch you so hard that you never knew that you were vulnerable in that spot. And it's a shame of you to have chaplain teaching, to have chaplain teaching and keep bringing up people's recently passed loved ones to go at them. Shame on you for that. And shame on you for repeatedly calling women hoes and bitches. There's other vernacular that you could use since you so advanced in your vocabulary to reference women. That's very disrespectful, and that's setting you up in the future, right? You want to run for city office. Oh no, we don't think he's qualified because he repeatedly refers to women as bitches and hoes. What you say, Jay Wilson, a mainstream comic, even in Hollywood, couldn't get away with the things that you say. And you say it to the people who are at your motherfucking allegedly show. But I just said this to say, shame on you, Jay Wilson. Shame on you. And you suck as a whatever you want to call it, entertainer, a YouTube channel holder. You're despicable. You're despicable as a religious ambassador. You're despicable as a professor. You're despicable as an ambassador of higher education. Because I always told you, looking at you won't be the purpose of getting one. Thirdly, you cause people not to have faith in religion because you mock the dead. And fifthly, you don't give no respect to God. There's no restraint in your show or whatever you want to call it, because it's not a show. It's a show of cyberbullying and harassment. That's all it is. You can make so much fun of real life figures, but you sit up here and chose to make fun of people that you know are going through hard times and rubbing it in their face about their economic situation. Crazy. And then you want to talk on the back end about what these people on the back end about what they're going through when they confide in you, but you bring it to the forefront and smear it all in their face. That's okay. Your day is coming. God is going to handle you. God handles you. While you're sitting up here, God's going to put you in the forefront and he's going to make a spectacle of you for all to see. Right? Because those who choose to be an ambassador of the Lord are what? Judged the harshest. Because your knowledge, your education, your wisdom that you be granted with is not being used in the way he wants you to use it. And while you sit up here bragging about, oh, Brian's apartment is a 500 square foot house, and da 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 da, and da 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 this and that, as you got so much, watch. Watch, one day God may flip the script and you be in something that Brian is currently moving in. I've seen it happen many a time. People get sick instantly, don't know why they got sick. Don't know why they got sick. And now they got a burden by medical bills or burden by whatever happened. And now they barely scraping it up to make it by, to get by. So while you sitting up there making fun of those people and what they're going through, your day is coming. That's all right. I've seen it many a time before. Your day coming, Jay Wilson. Keep playing with God. Keep playing with God. And I think God is having mercy on your soul, hoping that you change your ways. But you keep coming up here talking about it's a show and nothing's but a show, a cyberbullying. And I've been giving you the benefit. I'll say, how is this a show? Is it really a show? Let me see. No, every time it's coming up, it's using the vulnerable, using those who don't even have the educational knowledge and experience to know what you're doing to them. You shouldn't even be involved in that Castro and Tommy situation. Those young men are not your age, not in your age group at all. But you sit up there and stir the pot and stir it and stir it and stir it and stir it. And we told you what was going to happen. I said, Jay Wilson, you keep stirring, something going to happen. What happened? Thank God he didn't hit that boy in his temple and killed him. Okay, God keep giving you warning. What they say, warning comes before destruction. Warning, and he giving you tons of warning. I just think he gonna have to break you down. Just remember that God touches everybody and anybody. And you sitting up here knocking the indigent and the poor, knowing that you could have even survived a day in their shoes. Because you're not the easiest person to get along with. You're not the easiest person to live with. That's why you ain't got nobody living with you except a dog. Think about that. So be careful. You keep knocking those people who don't have much, and you're going to be along the same lines as them, probably with even less. Because people don't forget the way you treated them. You could be someone on here, be the shady little pastor, but don't go too far. You don't give words of wisdom, tidbit of wisdom, but just giving funny. You could be like the female YTC. The female YTC, a little bit funny, give a little religious spin. But once again, you don't even know your brand. You don't even know your brand. You don't even know the titles and the obligations you made in real life and how you should have some form of constraint online so they don't collide and they don't conflict. But no, you so money hungry that you don't give a damn about God and what you represent. But that's okay. Hopefully you get it for God decides that he's had enough. But with that being said, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get going. You said the rough faced queen. We about to have a rough life. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. What's up, phenomenal Scorpio? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. This is not gonna be. This is gonna be something quick and to the point. Dempsey says, "J. Keeper face. Remember the two debit card decline on." I remember that whole. Always, it's like I keep telling, especially men, be careful how you reference women because it's not a good look. You know, there's certain people who can get away with that because they gutter snipe trash. But Jay Wilson, you say you're not gutter snipe trash, but your vocabulary is that crazy. This lady says already busted living off student loans and YouTube. Child, he's already busted. Ooh, he's still living off student loans. But you know, Miss Lady, that's a good point because I'm like, damn, this Negro can't even enjoy a vacation, y'all. That he got to come on YouTube, and he talking about, he was something said about the library. You were scared at the library. Who spends that whole time in the library? You were scared because you didn't know that they were coming on that cruise, and you didn't know what was about to pop off. While you sitting there saying Brian scared, you scared just because you invite somebody to the mall. The mall is a massive place. The mall is, if you think somebody goes, oh, meet me at the mall. Okay, what? Like, just because did you show up? I don't know. I don't care. Maybe you did. But that don't mean that you big and bad because you do so. You probably know where the police office is at the mall. But that was weird for you to sit up there and have a vacation and be stuck in the library the whole time. And we know that wasn't the only internet access point. So you look kind of weak, and you know it gets to you because you know it's the truth. Jay Wilson, we know when something's bothering you because you harp on it forever. It's a sore spot for you that you know you had to sit up there because you were scared. You didn't know how you want to protect yourself, right? You didn't know if somebody was going to mollywop your ass or whatever, or even if they verbally did say something to you. You didn't know how, so you just sat in a library, a controlled environment, and you could probably see who was coming or going. So let me see what else I get up out of here because I got to go. The library in front of I remember that library in front of the police station. He was scared. They was scared. Nobody. Did you see James sitting up in the library anywhere? No, he was out there living his best life, on a cruise ship. But she was scared. I think that really shook you. I think that shook you to the point that, like, oh shit, like people don't like me like that. That they gonna sit up here and try to sabotage my shit. Hmm. Be careful how you treat people. I keep trying to tell y'all. Careful how you treat people, especially you with all that big mouth. So, but I'm sure he can scam to get a discount on that hotel room. He probably already did. He probably already did. Probably said, "Oh, the view was what do they call it? Obstructed by the clouds. The view was obstructed by the clouds, so he wants a refund because it didn't represent what he would have thought he would have got on a damn advertisement." Trust. What's up, Brixton? How you doing? Good to see you. This is just gonna be a short live, y'all. But I had to go say something about Jay Wilson going at Brian and going at people who just lost loved ones and going at those who he say don't have as much as him and all that. That's just it's a show. It's just a show of harassment. Yeah, he definitely was walking around scared because if he wasn't, it wouldn't bother you to this day. Thank you, Yvonne. You said just because you enjoy the music. Thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate that because I be putting thought into the music. Like I said lately, I've been dedicated to. Oh Lord, child, is God talking to me? Y'all hear that? That thunder. God say, "Go on, get them. Go on, get them." But I'm glad you like the music, Yvonne. I'm gonna keep pumping out music while I can. Like I said, my goal is to produce a catalog of quality songs and see where it go. Yeah. But thank you, Yvonne, so much. At 56. Yeah, it's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. To be bothered in those young men's life like that, and he know what he doing, he know what he doing. And that's the crazy part about it. I could understand Dr. Sobe if he was just like, no offense, if he was a Rex and he was just stirring up shit. I could understand that kind of like, okay, you just you just are what you are, right? But someone who's taking advanced education, advanced classes to do what he's doing and knowing, like Dr. Sobel, when you take these classes, they show you the conditions or the symptoms of these people, and then what can happen if it's untreated or if it's exacerbated. So you can't sit up here and say, "Oh, I didn't know what I was doing." You know exactly what you're doing, and you know what can be the potential outcome. But he don't care. And then the sadder part about it, you a chaplain, got trained to be a chaplain, and you bringing up people's dead loved ones to mock them currently. Like that to me, I'ma always speak against. Okay, I'ma always speak against it. What's up, colorful, lovable one with your eyes? Um, yeah, he got a reprobate mind is right, but God gonna handle him. God gonna handle him. What did Doctor? So he did nothing except come over and support the channel. Okay. Um, yeah, it's very sad. It's sad. It's like really sad. It really is sad. If you think about it, it's like you an educated black man. All that's been sacrificed for you to become an educated black man, and you doing this, and you a senior. I can't even excuse it saying, "Oh, you a young black man." You've had life experiences. You've been through the struggle, and you know people who've been in the struggle, and you just sitting up here making fun of what these young men are going through. It's because of people like you, Jay Wilson, is why they're going through. Young black men lack older black role models for some reason. Either they doing it like what Jay Wilson is doing, or they jealous because maybe the young black men have it easier today. But either way, the young black men are still lost because they still gotta survive in a world that's not made for them. Not saying it gotta be made for them, but it definitely ain't made for them to thrive and survive. And then you got this other man posing, older black man posing as he's sophisticated and advanced in education, only doing nothing but stirring up stuff to mess up their real life. Like, oh, that's just weird. That's crazy. 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 Jay Wilson is jealous and envious of those two guys' love because he doesn't have it. That's probably that. And they probably hates them even more to the fact that they intimate. He ain't got no hey, one I'm gonna tell you the one time, a long time ago, Jay Wilson was in the garage. And whoever that was, it may have been Mark. He had to come on and I guess make that person come over there and kiss him. Say, "Come over here and give me a kiss." I was like, "Oh," we was like, "Oh, you gotta make somebody come give you a kiss." Anybody know that situation when you see it's the mutual. You ain't gotta make nobody come over here. You ain't gotta tell nobody come give me a kiss. I don't know, but right now, mm, sad. Um, he okay. We say doesn't desire him in a comfortable without sex. His words, not mine. Doesn't desire him. It's a companionship. I don't know. Colorful Lovable says Jay Wilson said he is used to be an attractive man, but his participation in so much negativity has aged him horribly with that etch a sketch face of wrinkles. It's that negativity that he consumed in his spirit. God don't like ugly. Y'all ever been on the wrong side of God? God will fuck you up. Excuse my French. God will play so many games on in your life. Like, damn, can I get a friend? You know what I mean? It's just like, people better stop playing with God. He playing with God for a coin. So I don't understand it. I don't understand. I mean, listen, he the master of education. You think he would know where to get a lucrative degree to start a new career, even at his age. So I don't know. Yeah, and he's so resentful of Gen Z. He is so resentful. He is so resentful. And that day he told on himself as if he was one of the people in the interviewing the people, and he wound up telling on himself saying that he was wound up competing with them. Oh, because they knew I had this because the young man came in with the suit already had the thing, the stitch in the back. I'm like, oh, okay. You see it in his face, them bags, sad. Sad. Well, when I mean, I don't know. Child, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, listen, he probably still regret coming on here and he comes up. on a Google search and you see, I don't know. I don't know, going 2 hours away from San Antonio. Why would you go to wait a minute. Anyway, I don't know, y'all. It's a lot of stuff that ain't making sense. A lot of stuff that ain't making sense. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna let what he's doing be considered normal or be normalized. No matter how crazy Brian is, I'm not gonna allow someone to sit up there and drag their loved one who just passed away, and that person has an advanced education in chaplain being a chaplain now, and making fun of the indigent and the poor. It's hard out here for everybody, and you act like you were a self-made businessman who got his own corporation that can look down on those. Child, God is taking out everybody. Well, I ain't gonna say God, but whatever. The universe is taking out everybody. I told you about it. What's that name? What's that thing? Damn. OnlyFans founder passed away due to cancer. Died OnlyFans. So it ain't nobody who can be spared. So you better stop putting out that negative energy. Good thing Jay Wilson is a trying to try. A lot of these black people act like MAGA. Sad. They be hating on their own people. It's crazy out here. All those pimple liver spots, wrinkles, and under the eye back. Listen, I hope you don't never know. He might have some reverse effects of that GLP-1, especially if he not getting the right one. Especially if he getting what's it called, a cheap one. Temp service positions. It's sad. He probably coming in with an attitude thinking that he better than that position. Y'all, people be humble. Be humble. Be humble. But y'all, I got to go. I appreciate y'all coming in and listening real quick. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture, $, start your crowd. I ain't trying to make no money off of that, but I really wanted my message to be heard because that's messed up, man. I just get tired of people who in places or positions to do the right thing, they doing it. You know what I mean? Ooh, he was forced out of the closet at 50. Dad. Well, yeah, everybody got their own journey, but don't try to make other people's journey worse than like getting them locked up in fucking jail. But anyway, I'm out of here. Yvonne, this song is for you. Well, Yvonne, what song you want? Since you put a coin on it, Yvonne. You're welcome to task. I'm trying to feed the streets. And that whole thing about people writing the whole thing about whatever sector, nah, the B sector, nah, no, that's not what the B sector was made on. The B sector was made on roasting gags and drags and stuff like that, and being comical, and not what y'all saying that not the new criteria is. I'm sorry, I can't support that. Yvonne, what song you want before I get to go? Um, Glad I caught the live. Anything? Okay. All right. I think your favorite song, Yvonne. What's your favorite song, Yvonne? Your favorite song is Fame, Prenup, and what's the other one? What's the song, Yvonne? Because you put a color on it. Child. Let me know, Yvonne. Let's see. Oh, okay. Fame. All right. Y'all, we'll end the song on this live on Fame, y'all. Okay. Y'all, be careful how y'all treat people, man, because so much of the energy and the way we treat people, we get right back. With that being said, I'm out of here, y'all. Have a good one. Bye, y'all. Thanks, Yvonne. Those at the live as we eat, please. Thank you.
Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. There is this man who is chasing fame, but the fame has him going insane. He hits the bottle to make himself think he is a rebel. The bottle has him thinking he can revel and meddle with devils. His life is full of strife. The 'cause he lives for drama that causes pain and creates disdain. Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. He has a dream of being a star. Little does he know he can't handle the burdens of what he sees from afar. The poison in his bottle will keep him from being chosen. There's poison eggs and spew obscenities that offend many. He has no sense of loyalty, even to those who are royalty. He lies and lies to the point we wonder why. He stresses his mama up trying to chase clouds. She yells and screams because she knows his quest for fame is only making him a lame while driving her insane. Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane.
All right, so I'm out of here. I'm glad y'all like Fame. I feel that's like one of our best songs that we've been able to make over here at Avatar Nation. So I'm glad to see that it's still alive and kicking. Great suggestion, Yvonne. What's up, Yanni M? How you doing? Dr. Yanni M, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm about to be up out of here. So I may come back live later tonight, depending on what I hear. But pretty much I'm upset. I'm not like, physically upset, but I do not like when those are making fun, people are making fun of people who are under them and they doing it on purpose. Some people are intentionally condescending because that's their makeup. But he comes from humble beginnings and he intentionally rubs people's faces in it, spiritually and worldly. And I will never, ever be silent on that. Okay? With that being said, I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you once again, Yvonne. I appreciate you. Take care, y'all. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.